Hi, and welcome into another episode of Hingham Happenings. I'm your host, Ryan Allen, and let's take a look at what's coming up on this episode. The start of fall and excitement over October was celebrated outside and underneath a tent for 2 days at a Hingham church. Oktoberfest's 29th year featured German food, music, dancing, and more.
Well, this is our 29th annual Oktoberfest. So over the next couple days, there'll be a couple thousand people in and out under the tent, listening to King Ludwig's Bavarian band, enjoying some authentic German fare. There are crafters where we can visit and purchase handmade things, a children's tent, raffles, silent auction items, all kinds of things are going on today.
So this weekend we are definitely celebrating 50 years of the church actually existing in Hingham. It's our anniversary of 50 years, so we will have some special decorations under the tent. We have cookies for sale at the bake table that are highlighting our 50th anniversary. And other things that we highlight clearly are having a wonderful band that provides just authentic German music, a great family atmosphere where the kids can enjoy doing some crafts in their own little space. The adults can enjoy a beverage and dancing if they so choose. The crafters that come to sell their crafts, their handmade items, are throughout the church that folks can buy some stuff and take home, and they enjoy a nice weekend as well.
Well, we have a great Oktoberfest committee, and they work all year long to prepare for this. Brandy Hugo chairs that committee, and Ed Martin, who's president of the congregation, has been part of this for years and years and years. So there's lots that goes into it. Sign-up sheets, lots of the congregation turns out to serve and to work and to be part of this event.
We basically split up all of the different parts of the event. So we have somebody that's in charge of the food, we have somebody that's in charge of the children's area, we have people that take care of the fundraising portion, our silent auction area and our raffle. Then we have people that direct the parking situation to keep everybody safe. So it's just it's a large undertaking with a lot of people that are dedicated to making sure that everybody has a wonderful time over the course of the weekend.
King Ludwig's Bavarian band is the highlight. They've been with us for 28 out of the 29 years. And then the food that we have is from the smokehouse up in Norwell. And it's real German, and the sauerkraut we make here is probably the best I've had, even in Germany.
King Ludwig's Bavarian band puts us on their schedule every year, and they really are a highlight. There are people come from all over the place to hear them. They're the best German band around. We have this gorgeous weekend, 2 beautiful days, so we expect to have a full house and more both days. I think that over the course of a couple days, there are a couple thousand people who come through.
We give back to the community. 60% of the proceeds go out to people like Habitat for Humanity, Wellspring House in Hull, the Hingham Food Pantry, the Divana Center in Braintree, so it goes out as fast as it comes in.
I think that it's both a combination of just being able to come enjoy a few hours or a day's worth of great family time, and not only seeing family here, but seeing friends come and get to enjoy some time together.
You're going to miss a great weekend. You don't have the Patriots excuse this time. The beer is cold, the food is hot, and we're going to have a great time here.
Put it on your calendar for next year. Last weekend in September. We'll see you for Oktoberfest then.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Distracted driving crashes claim more than 5,000 lives each year. Arbella Insurance Agency stops by Hingham on a mobile simulator tour to help ensure drivers are safer in the future. Teenagers caught a first-hand glimpse into the risks they'll face while driving.
Today we have the Arbella Distractology course going on. McSween and Ritchie, we host this every year, or we've done it for the last 3 years, to help teens be better while driving and to help lower distracted driving.
All right, so we're putting students through the simulators. We have 2 simulators, so 2 students go through a simulator at the same time, and they go through various scenarios. Each scenario is different than the other one. There's some include texting and driving with their own cell phone, and some of them include other distractions and other things they have to pay attention to while they're on the road. What really started it up is, the whole epidemic of texting and driving. It's really it's taken a rise in the last few years. So they decided to put together a program that can, teach young drivers about safe driving, teach them what can be distractions out on the road. So that's why we really target like young students with a permit or a license.
There were studies done in 2009 that show that there's 5,500 deaths caused by distracted driving. So our Bella Charitable Foundation hosts this in hopes to lower distracted driving accidents.
Well, it's really something that they have to be aware because they start getting into the habit of texting and driving right from the beginning, and that's why these numbers are so high. 9 out of 10 are driving with texting while driving, or there's other distractions while they're driving. We have technology that we use. We brought it together based on the scenarios that the University of Massachusetts, Amherst, their studies. So we base it around their studies. It's a program that's meant for simulation driving and training courses.
We have them text while driving while in there, so they can see what it's like to be texting while you're in in the city or in the country, and like a town back roads. We also like to have them text while just driving at different speed limits and in different sets of traffic, different scenarios of where the other driver may be distracted instead of them, so you know how to avoid an accident in that case as well, because 23% of people are more likely to cause an accident while distracted while driving, or they'll barely avoid an accident.
So you sit down and then you do practice one, and then the first thing is you have to slow down because there's a sign that says that there's a stop sign up ahead. So if you don't slow down, you won't realize that there's other cars just around the corner, and it's like a blind corner waiting at the stop too. So if you don't see that sign before, then you'll hit the cars.
Some students I've seen that really takes a big effect on them. So I think that the majority do take it seriously. So I do think it's a great impact on them when they come through the program.
Some of the reactions that I've seen is I realize that kids realize how quick it can happen. Some people only look away from the road for 5 seconds, maybe while texting, and they will crash. So that does kind of give them a real life scenario of that it does only take 5 seconds to cause an accident. I'd say it's important for Hingham or any of the surrounding towns to be able to bring awareness because it is busier here in the summer. There is more traffic here, which could lead to more traffic or accidents because more people may be distracted based on other drivers. So if we are able to get kids now to be aware of the different scenarios of what could cause an accident, we may be able to prevent one down the road. If somebody wanted to know if it was going to be at a place near them, they can go to distractyou.com, and that will give them a list of different schools or towns of which the trailer will be coming to.
Rocks, roots, and bridges are just some obstacles that hikers encounter. And now replace the word hiker with biker, and these same obstacles may get even tougher. Wampatuck State Park hosted a race with all these ingredients, and it made for a classic.
The Landmine Classic started as a race just as part of a little series back 14 years ago. And when this race started producing some money, they decided they needed an organization to funnel this money to so it could be used within the park. And that organization became the Friends of Wampatuck, which is now a 501c3.
The last 3 years, for example, we've donated over $8,000 to the park. That money may be spent on picnic tables, it may be spent on signage, it may be spent on flowers, shrubs, repairing trails, building bridges. In the future, we'll continue to do that. One of the things we've done for the last couple of years is repave the road that runs through the park.
I am a member of the Friends of Wampatuck, and this event is primarily our biggest fundraiser to keep the trails and this park in great tip-top shape. We are expecting over 500 riders today.
It's the second largest mountain bike race in New England, so it really draws a crowd.
We have races for all categories. There's a 7 mile, an 11 mile, a 25 mile, and a 50-mile marathon.
Those guys are riding 50 miles. They're doing 2 laps of a 25.7 mile course out there, and they're going to be finishing in as little as 4 hours and as much as 6.5 hours today. The fastest racers will be going out at 15 miles an hour or so they're really going to be moving along.
I've been doing this race probably about 10 years.
My first time doing this race, doing it as kind of a warm-up for the Vermont 50, trying to get a 50-miler in. This one I guess is fairly flat, whereas the Vermont 50 is very hilly. So I figured this would be a good lead into that.
This is my second mountain bike race, actually a road racer. So it was a tough course, a lot bumpier than I'm used to, but you know, it was fast as well. So it was a good mix of you know, some fast pavement and single track and some really technical roots and rocks as well.
It's a very technical course, rocky, rooty, a few slick spots, but for the most part, a pretty good traction today. I see we had a few injuries out there, but overall, it's a pretty fun race.
It's really well run. You know, I've been to races in the past where I've been steered down the wrong path and ended up doing a longer distance than I've needed to. So this was really well run, you know, attentive marshals, and yeah, it's a great experience overall.
Wampatuck is the greatest little hidden gem in the state of Massachusetts.
Wampatuck is a special place. Every day of the week, hundreds of people are in the park recreating, riding bikes, hiking, walking their dogs, camping.
I like to come back here year after year because of the camaraderie of all the teammates that I have, and also again the conditions.
Naturally, my favorite part about the race is I race the 11-mile loop every year and just have a great time and participate in the event myself.
My favorite part of this race is the amount of enthusiastic volunteers that we actually get. We draw people from all over that just love Wampatuck. They might not even be racers or mountain bikers, and they come here today to put on an awesome race.
My excitement of the day is when registration is done, everybody's got their bib number, the cowbells are ringing, and the racers are off.
The Hingham Historical Society hosted its 90th annual house tours. Patrons got to tour preserved and renovated households that carry a historical significance in Hingham. The homes were filled with artifacts, stories, and plenty of history that you needed to see to believe.
We're part of the Historical House Tour, and there are a number of people going through today. It's one of 7 houses on the tour, and I understand it's one of the most original houses that they've ever had on the tour, in that there's not a lot of things that have been changed with the house. Lots of original woodwork, lots of original hardware in the house, that kind of thing.
This is the Stephen Cushing house, which was built in 1751. And this may have been a safe house for the Underground Railroad because they found leg irons in a space around the central chimney. And this area was normally used to heat air between the bricks and the walls so that it would heat the interior of the house. And obviously enough space to put someone in there if they needed to be hidden.
It was known for a long time as Rocky Nook. That's the area of town that we're in, which is a part of the Weir River watershed. And so the house was known as the Rocky Nook Tea Room at one point. There was a tea room run here. It seems like they're trying to get back to roots again. At one point, it seemed like they were trying to have houses that were more decorated and more updated to show what you could do with an antique. And I think because this is their 90th tour, they wanted to get back to grassroots. They wanted to get back to something that was more original. So that's the difference, the feeling that I get.
This house is the Job Lincoln house. The Lincolns bought this property in 1680, and for the first 77 years it was actually used just as farmland. And then in 1757 they built this structure, which is the center entrance cape, and it stayed in the Lincoln family from 1680 up until 1818. You know, I think in Hingham, we're obviously the only historic tour. We're fortunate in that there are other community events that happen around house tours, but this is centered around the historic nature of our homes. And I think that's a lot of why people choose Hingham, is because of its historic nature.
Well, I think the quality of the historic homes in Hingham makes this really special. It's not a decorator tour. It really shows a lot of the history of the town and the homes in Hingham, and I think a lot of the homeowners in Hingham really care about preserving the history, not just of the exterior of the homes, but the interior as well.
Well, first of all, it shows that our community is very important to everyone. Our community is founded and based in something that's really solid. It's more than just the walls that we're walking through. It's the people that have lived here and what their community, their families, their livelihood meant to them. It's really fantastic. You consider all the lives that have passed through these doors, lived here, called it home, and it honors the past and our history, the history of the United States, as well as our local history and families that are still here today.
I definitely think it's important. It's important because there's so much feeling to a house like this. Every time I touch a wooden item in this house that's been here for over 250 years, it's like you feel the past, you feel the history. My children grew up in this house, and they will always live in an antique house. There's a certain warmth, there's a certain charm to it, and a continuity to what we do. It's almost like a conservatorship, and because people are so interested in organic and recycling and things these days, this is the ultimate recycle. We take every piece of wood that comes out of this house and we make sure it goes back into the house again. Too many of these houses have been torn down. There are a lot of people that come in and they want a brand new house. They should buy a brand new house. There's a lot of people that will come in and they would take this house and they would rip out every piece of woodwork in the house and they would put up plaster. And then all of a sudden you've lost a portion of history. You've lost that connection that Hingham has with being a town that's been around since 1621.
Thank you to the families that allowed us into their homes, because it's sharing the history of all of us with everyone who can make it through. So come next year.
Dogs are known for their loyalty and their unconditional love towards their owners, which was evident at one fundraiser for one animal shelter.
It's our 20th Doggy Palooza, a fundraiser held here in Wampatuck State Park. It's a fun fest for families and dogs. It's our major fundraiser, and it is lots of activities, vendors with wonderful products, services, agility demonstrations, great food, bouncy houses, and lots of fun for, as I said, for dogs and families.
This is just an absolutely fantastic event that we've had annually, and when I say we, the Standish Humane Society, for, oh gosh, it's got to be at least 25 years now. The proceeds from this wonderful day go to the Standish Humane Society's no-kill cat shelter, where they have just wonderful cats up for adoption, and they rescue and adopt out dozens and dozens of cats every single year, and they've been doing this for almost 40 years now.
We do this event at Wampatuck each year because it just provides a wonderful venue for the vendors as well as the agility field. Most importantly, it has a beautiful 3-mile paved walkway in the woods that a lot of our participants enjoy taking that trek with their dogs. At the end of it, they get a prize, so that's even better.
Well, on a day like this, you're going to get thousands of people literally coming from all over the place. Some people just can't wait to come here every year and look forward to it. And then other people just discover it. And there's just a myriad of different demographics that come here. Pet lovers, dog lovers, people who just like to be around other people that are passionate about their pets. You get everybody that's just part of the animal community that wants to celebrate all of us helping animals. And that's what this is about. And the energy level is just off the charts today. It's just a lot of fun.
Well, Standish Humane Society, who is the sponsor of this event, Doggy Paloa, is a humane organization organized in Duxbury 45 years ago. So it's one of the longest running animal welfare organizations in Massachusetts. And we do about 400 cat adoptions each year. And we provide reduced cost spay-neuter services for dogs and cats, about 1,000 animals each year.
We've attended these events for several years. We always think the Standish Humane has done a really great job with the cats. I'm more of a cat person, but I don't have one at the moment, so this is a good chance for us to support the cats as well as the dogs. They love coming here. We like to, visit the vendors and enjoy the walk and try to raise some money for the shelter.
And we expect Doggy Paloa this year will raise in excess of $25,000, most of which will go directly to the animal welfare organizations. My favorite part of the event is just seeing the dogs having so much fun. It's like they're at Disney World for dogs. They just love to come here and play and see a lot of other dogs and just have a great time.
For me personally, this event is just so meaningful because when you belong to an organization, you know where all the dollars are spent. And so much of what is donated to Standish Humane Society goes directly to helping the animals and being able to help people too, find pets and fuzzy companions that last for years, and really it enriches all of our lives.
The event's just been a really fun event. We've made it several years and hope to keep doing that.
I want to just thank everybody that has donated, and you can go to standishhumane.org and find out more about this organization.
The fall season also means that hockey season is fast upon us. We joined the Hingham Harbormen Boosters at the South Shore Country Club for an event sponsored by the Boosters to benefit the Hingham varsity hockey team.
Today we have our annual golf tournament to raise money for the program, all of our 3 teams. The parents of the captains and the parents of all the players in the program kind of pitch in, do a great job to set up this fundraising tournament. The turnout's been great. I understand there's about 36 foursomes, which is the maximum that the tournament could hold. And I think the parents of the captains and the parents and all the program done a great job in getting the people out. It's obviously great to see a bunch of former players, former parents, and just the current people involved with the program and people in town helping out with the support of the tournament.
Yeah, I actually worked here when I was a senior, so that was my first exposure to it, but this is my first time coming as a golfer, and it's been a lot of fun so far. Yeah, it was good. It's fun as an alumni to come back and just kind of see the coaches and see some familiar faces.
Yeah, for the seniors, it's definitely a day to look forward to. You get out, you get to see a bunch of parents having fun, laughing. You miss a day of school, help out. You wear your uniform, which is pretty cool. Pretty big thing around the town. Oh yeah, it's a blast. We worked at our senior year. Every year the seniors come out, they miss a day of school and help out. It's nice coming back, seeing some of the guys that I looked up to now that are playing. They're older, and then guys on my team as well. It's a lot of laughs. This town's really supports the hockey program, so it's something to look forward to every year.
Well, I think just the notoriety of the success of sports in the community is great. The community rallies around the tournament and the hockey program all the time, which is great. And I think as a whole, the athletic community benefits from all of the participation. the passion's always been there for the hockey program. It goes way back. I've been involved for 30 years, and some of the people playing today have been involved for a very long time. And I think people just like to come out and support the kids in the new, the program coming up.
Yeah, unbelievable. I never even really cared about getting a hole-in-one, but now that there's a car behind it, it's a little more exciting. We assume from the sign and from the vehicle out front, it's a Chevy Traverse from Best Chevrolet. Didn't believe it. I still don't believe it, and I'm a little, I still can't believe it until I see what ends up happening.
What we do is the players in the tournament have to pay $5 for a captain to hit the golf ball, and we both hit it, and if I get it on the hole, on the green, and if they get it on the green, they get a raffle ticket. It's been awesome. Full course, couldn't get any better than this. I know all these people, they're from our great community here in Hingham, and it's really a great turnout.
The Boosters Club for the program, the hockey program, is really run by the parents of the players. So if they have a player that's playing hockey at any level, like to get involved, I'm sure there's something for them to do.
Just mark it on the calendar for next year. It's a lot of fun, great community, and it's a good time.
First hockey game will be the second week in December on a Monday night at Pilgrim, December 15th, I believe it is. Monday night against Norwood at Pilgrim Arena.
Yeah, I can't wait. I've been playing a lot this summer, and I've been really looking forward to it. I've been playing with all my friends, and I think we're going to be pretty good. So just come to our games this winter, and because we won't disappoint you guys this year.
Jack-o'-lanterns can light up houses and the Halloween spirit, and that's exactly what one church did when they turned their front yard into a pumpkin patch.
Well, this is the Second Parish Church in Hingham, and this is our third annual pumpkin patch, and we designed it to be a fun event for families. And we want people to come with the kids and take pictures and see the kids in the pumpkins and have a good time. We use it primarily to help expenses for the church. So 100% of the profits go directly to Second Parish, and it defrays the cost for us for maintaining our building. We do house the Hingham Interfaith Food Pantry here. So it's a community church that gets a lot of use, not only from our members, but also from the rest of the people in Hingham. We don't weigh our pumpkins. We price them by size, and we wing it. So if it looks like a $20 pumpkin, pay us $20. If it looks less, pay us less. So we're very flexible in how we price. We don't have a scale, and we find people to be extremely generous. We know that they're a little more expensive than the food stores, but it's all about what we're doing for the church and for the community. And we buy pumpkins from a local farm down in Halifax, and he delivers them, and we increase our purchase every year. We've been so successful. The first year we had to go and make a second pickup, as we did last year, and then again this year. So we've been able to sell more pumpkins each year. We buy some mums and some asters from the market in Boston and the gourds, so we'll have some smaller pumpkins. We also I do some craft work, so there's handmade crafts that people can purchase for fall decorations for their home. And we think it's a great undertaking, and there's lots to do, and we hope that people will bring their families and really spend a little bit of time at the pumpkin patch and make a memory.
That concludes another episode of Hingham Happenings. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, if you have any ideas that you'd like to see get covered and put on TV, please reach out to us at hinghammedia.org. We'll see you next time.